All right.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the episode of the Chit Chat podcast. A little podcast we do where we chit and chat. I'm YoursTrulyHeroe. Who are you guys?
It's your boy Steamboat Teku.
It's your dude from another world, IseKyle.
So, we're going to power through our weeks because this is our second attempt at recording because we botched it previously.
IseKyle botched it.
All right, IseKyle?
I started my new job with loan processing. It's really weird to be in such a small class size because of COVID. Normally they're like 20 to 30. But it's me and two other people, so that's crazy. I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy XIV. Finally got my minor to level 80.
Minor not being a minor anymore, joke.
And then I got my botanist up to 75, so just hit over the hill for retirement. Big problem with that is fucking getting enough gil to afford equipment. Sucks real bad. Square Enix, why won't you let me just buy money? So instead I had to buy a bunch of level skips. For a bunch of classes that I don't plan on really playing that much other than just getting them to 80, so that's cool. I also finished WandaVision. Have some thoughts on it. Like usual, I am in the outsider opinion of not being terribly fond of the show. Yay. I wish my lizard brain worked like everyone else's. Also, picked up Queen's Gambit. So far, really fucking good. Haven't finished it though. I'm on the last episode. Talk to you guys next week so I can... Maybe lizard brain will work then. Maybe it won't, and I'll complain about it. We'll see.
All right, Steamboat.
Not a whole lot. Persona 5 Strikers. I've been playing that. It's pretty fun. Started buying the Full Metal Alchemist Full Metal Edition hardcovers. Bought the first one. Started reading it. 17 more to go. I don't know why I hate myself. That's oh yeah, we finished WandaVision. I was pleasantly surprised with the emotional core of the story, although bummed out all the weird shit I was hoping would happen didn't happen, like multiverse stuff and Satan, but that's fine.
Satan.
And that's it. That's your fault for not fucking being caught up with the show, Jeff.
That's okay. Like you know, I don't care about spoilers.
Yeah, I know, because you spoiled stuff for me.
All right, for my week, it's been kind of a slow burn. It's just been nothing but writing the script quotations for the Mega Man Battle retrospective I plan on doing. Got my Wii U back, so now I can record, all the gameplay for that retrospective. I finished all of Cobra Kai currently.
Yeah.
It was. Oh, I enjoyed it. I love the school fight.
So did you just finish season 2 or?
Oh, no, I just finished season 3.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So there's one character in Cobra Kai that the Dimitri kid, right?
Yeah.
I hate the fact that I care about him so much because he reminds me of my little brother. Every time I see that character, I'm like, I hate the fact he reminds me of my little brother, but I must protect him.
I hate Dimitri.
I know. I saw him like, I must protect this boy.
He's a big dumb nerd.
He is a big dumb nerd, and I love him because of that. Yeah, it's just that's really all I've been to it. I haven't really touched a whole lot of games this time around. Played a bunch of Pyra, obviously, when she was released last week.
Not Mithra?
Both. I start off with Mithra, then Pyra.
Okay.
It's much cheaper for me that way. Then I actually no, that was it. Like other than Smash Bros, I haven't really played a whole lot of games. Other than like the recording stuff and whatnot. Right now I'm Final Fantasy XIV wise, not on the channel, but where I'm at currently. I'm just about to enter Don Corneo's place. As Claudette. All right. And that's it for my week.
All right. So we're just going to hop into the topic then?
Yeah. Unless you guys want to talk about WandaVision. I'll leave you guys to that to see what you guys want to talk about now or at the end of the podcast.
I'm probably gonna bounce at the end of the podcast. I don't have a whole lot to say other than like, I don't know. I just it didn't click with me. Maybe it's just because it was like wrapped in like a sitcom type scenario, but I just feel like a good like I feel like everything up until like episode 4 and like the 90s Halloween styled episode, that everything that happened before that didn't really matter and like could have really been cut out of the story, which leaves like, I don't know, 3 or 4 episodes left of this series. It just, so much of it really felt like fluff, and I didn't really connect with Wanda. Also, this feels like maybe it's going to start a really problematic trend of, oh no, look at what this woman with superpowers does in her crazy emotional state. I don't know. Feels kind of concerning. Like maybe it might become the next women in the refrigerator trope. So, also, this also continues the tradition of Marvel with heroes doing some really awful, fucked up shit, and then not. Maybe we'll see if there are consequences. There you go.
I mean, there were consequences, like the fact that she had to lose her entire family and her lover for the 3rd time.
I'm sure that's a consolation to everyone else in Westview.
Oh no, but they'll never understand the sacrifice she made for them.
I'm sure that's really reassuring to them based on what they had to go through.
Yeah, it's a bunch of fucking white people in like Midwest USA. I don't give a fuck.
That's not even true. We know for a fact there are at least 2 people of color there.
Yeah, 99% white people in that fucking town. I don't give a shit. Now it's time that they learn what it feels like for the fucking perpetrator to not deal with any consequences.
Oh my god.
How's fucking that? Westview, New Jersey? You fucking West Cucks?
West New Jersey's not Midwestern.
Oh, it feels like a Midwest town.
The where they took it, like it. So the town that WandaVision takes place in does not feel like it takes place in New Jersey. I don't know why they chose Westview, New Jersey, but it sure as fuck doesn't feel like it's in New Jersey. This honestly feels like it was filmed in Massachusetts.
Yeah, it feels like a Midwest town. You would know if you watched the goddamn show, Jeff. We told you to watch it. It's a good show.
Like freaking like the East Coast still.
Whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't fucking feel like an East Coast town. That's what we're fucking saying. Anyways, it
doesn't feel like New Jersey. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I disagree with Kyle on most of the points that he said. Like I mentioned previously, they got weird, but not too weird, which I guess makes sense. I was really hoping they were going to get weird. Kind of as weird as like Fox was getting with the X-Men stuff. Because like granted, New Mutants was not a good movie from what I have heard. But they were going to tackle Demon Bear. And Demon Bear is like just as, if not weirder than the stuff that was happening in WandaVision.
Demon Bear?
Granted, a little bit more racist in the comics. Demon Bear. What?
Demon Bear.
Oh. It's just it's a bear. It's a fucking demon that haunts the Native American character. And then in the comics, turns people into Native Americans as some sort of curse. So, you know, a little bit light 60s racism for you.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so they were doing that. So I was hoping it would be like that weird. I feel like WandaVision only approached being that weird. Like the whole TV reality stuff, like that was actually pretty solid. But apart from that, I don't know. Like, I guess spoiler alert, Satan isn't here. Spoiler alert, there's no multiverse introduction here. So none of that shit like really kind of mattered.
Yeah, I wasn't
like,
too disappointed by like the fan stuff not being in there. I think some of it would have been cool. I think people that were like, "Oh man, we're gonna see the Fantastic Four in here." No,
I think my biggest complaint comes from the writers kind of coming out and like not admitting it, but pretty much they kind of feel like assholes saying like it's just a prank, bruh, because they made Monica Rambeau talk a lot about her friend the engineer. Like it came up like twice in a single episode, and the way she kept bringing it up, it feels like it's supposed to be a reveal, but it's not. And then like they did an interview, and they're like, "Oh, it's not supposed to be that." Like fans read too much into it. It's like, well, don't fucking present it like it's gonna be a big deal. And then like the whole thing with Pietro being that one actually feels like a bit of a slap in the face.
Yeah,
like
that one, like. So this is my advice to any writers that are definitely not listening to our podcast. Subverting expectations is fine. Playing to expectations is fine. Ultimately, the only thing that matters is the reveal satisfying. Don't subvert expectations if it's not going to have a satisfying reveal. Don't play to expectations if it's not going to be satisfying. That's the big problem with Game of Thrones, among many other fucking things. That's a problem with this Pietro thing, too.
Yeah, because Pietro thing really... Okay, so like the thing that pisses me off, too, is that they said in an interview that they knew the weight of the meta-textual context of having that specific actor play Pietro. So like they knew like that fans were gonna pick up on it, but for them to say that like
boner,
yeah, at the end of the day, it turns into a stupid 9 episode long boner joke. But them saying like, yeah, we didn't want it to feel like a prank, but it's also like, okay, but you're fucking what you're saying you didn't want it to be and what it actually was are not aligning. Because if the point of the whole thing was that it wasn't the original actor, and it just needed to be somebody, the whole point of it was that, you know, her mental state, her emotional state, lead her to believe that this other person could totally be her brother who's dead and full of bullets. Like it didn't need to be. No, I mean it's fine. It didn't need to be that actor. Like if that was the whole point, it didn't need to be that actor. You didn't need to have the metatextual weight behind it of being the same of being a different actor for the same role from a different line of films. That feels like the opposite of like it's just a prank, bro. It just feels like, but it's not a prank, bro. It's like I don't know. That's been my legitimately that's been my only real complaint, because like I don't know. It just feels like they could have gotten any other Joe Schmo if they'd really wanted to play to the whole idea that like she was getting tricked. They could have gotten somebody that kind of looks like the brother, but like obviously is not. And I think it would have been better than like having Evan Peters, because the worst part is Evan Peters is a good actor. I feel like if he wants to have a part in a Marvel movie now, not anymore, because they wasted him on a dick joke.
Yeah.
In WandaVision. So you know there goes that.
Yeah, like overall, I don't recommend watching WandaVision. I think the Netflix Marvel series were like way better. Some of them, not all of them, obviously. We don't talk about Iron Fist though.
I don't know. I beg to differ. I couldn't finish season 1 of Daredevil, and I absolutely finished this.
Oh, that's wow. Yeah, that's some fucking opposing taste.
Yep.
As a result, as a result of this, I'm probably just gonna wait until Captain Falcon America and the
Captain
Winter
Falcon.
Soldier boyfriend. That comes out in entirety before watching it. Because watching this week to week just felt like a big fucking drag. Like it. Like I don't know. I feel like a lot of my time was wasted.
I'm excited with this one because Captain Falcon and Winter Soldier is supposed to be more of just a straight up like action movie. So like my expectations for it are less than what I had for WandaVision. But also I prefer weekly watching. I'm not a fan of binging. I like letting stuff settle in my head for a few days or so. But yeah. Anyways, that's that, I guess.
That's WandaVision.
WandaVision. No, that's Wonder Woman.
WW regardless.
No, it's WV. It's WandaVision, not WandaVision.
I want to say WandaVision because I don't want to remember. I don't want to be reminded of WV. I hate WV.
West Valley?
West Virginia.
Take me home.
Country roads.
All right, let's get on topics.
To the place.
All right, so Mr. Steamboat,
what's up?
I'm gonna have you lead the way to the topic, my friend.
Why?
You're the one that came up with it.
Bingo.
All right, this is why I don't contribute. Our topic today is we're talking about our favorite like accessory or like attachment for like a video game console, and I mean specifically like a console, not a handheld, because handhelds have like a kabillion fucking attachments and things. There's a whole fucking industry based on that.
Yep.
So no portables, but yes consoles. So I guess I could like lead off with this. Which I mean, I what was the fucking thing that sparked this for me? I can't fucking remember.
Was it a Stop Skeletons from Fighting video?
No. Okay. But I will say off the top of my head, as I fucking reset and recall and remember. Like that bit of alliteration there. I think one of my favorite attachments for like a console thing has been the stupid ass 2-button attachment for the PlayStation 4 controller.
I want to see a picture of this.
Dude, I've had it. I've shown it to you. We've talked about it in the past. It's just a little attachment that you hook up to your PS4 controller, and it gives it 2 buttons on the back. That are reprogrammable to any buttons on the face.
That thing. Okay, I see.
Yeah. So I've been using that. It makes my controller a lot more comfortable to hold, surprisingly enough. I just think it's funny because like prior to this, there was like a big boom of like SCUF controllers and the Xbox Elite controller. Like all these super premium controllers that give you like maybe better feeling buttons, maybe better feeling joysticks. And I say maybe because I think the Xbox controller sucks, and I felt the Elite and the Elite sticks still suck. But yeah, so there was all this stuff coming out, and everybody was like, well, if you want any sort of back button attachment on the PS4, you have to get a SCUF controller. And the fucking SCUF controllers are like $200 for like a single fucking PS4 controller or something customized. So I love the fact that Sony was just like, how about we just give you 2 buttons for like $30 and we call it good. And you can program them to whatever you want, and like here it's neat. And you don't have to buy a whole ass new controller. It works with the ones you got. Look, it even has a hole for the headphone jack, so you can still use that shit. It does everything you need it to do. Which I thought was kind of a pretty, I don't want to say ingenious way, but it was a pretty smart way of just like looking at the competition and just being like, How can we fucking close that gap? How can we like not make a controller that costs $150, but also give the people what they want, which is a couple fucking buttons on the back of the controller, I guess, and that. And that shit was surprisingly popular. It was when the first run of them came out, it sold out almost immediately. And if you didn't pick it up like those first couple of weeks, you were kind of SOL on it for, I think it was like almost half a year before they started restocking it again. But yeah, which is actually, and I know that because that's around the time I picked up mine. Cause oh God, I'm sorry. Cause I was SOL on getting one of the fucking back button attachments. But yeah.
Yeah, looking at it, it looks really cool. I kind of hope that obviously we're not going to see it now because the new consoles are out. But hopefully next console cycle or maybe with pro upgrades, we get it an industry standard where we have some additional buttons on the back.
Yeah, I was actually a little bummed out when they first released the DualSense like information on it, and it didn't have the back button attached. Like they had the back buttons, and I was just like, "That's kind of dumb. Like, why wouldn't like you made the thing already? Like you saw that it sold well. You saw people liked it. Why don't you just fucking include it stock in the fucking? It's already a fucking expensive ass, weird ass controller. Just throw in 2 more buttons in there and call it good."
Yeah, man, the fucking Steam controller had it.
No, the Steam controller didn't have back buttons, did it?
Yeah, it did.
Shit. Damn. Look this up because I don't remember. I have one.
Yeah.
I don't.
It had back paddles.
Oh.
But that's effectively
they were.
what
They
were super weird and not implemented very well, but
because they were like part of the battery cover. That's right.
Yeah,
that was weird.
Don't implement it like that. But hey, the Steam controller had it. They knew, like,
yeah, a bunch of the third party Switch Pro controllers have like 2 back buttons as well, and like that implementation's pretty simple. Like they could way do that. Like that's just a super simple implementation of it. But I mean, I don't know. I just felt like, I don't know, like a weird half step backwards, especially when like they saw there was a demand for it. Like if there wasn't a demand for it, why would they have made it?
Right.
So I don't know. Kind of would have been nice to have more of that. But nope. Sony won't let me have the stuff I want. Like a fucking PS5. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that in my week. I might have bought a PS5.
You just waiting on confirmation.
Yeah. I pre-ordered. It's dumb because you didn't buy it. You pre-ordered it from GameStop. Even though I don't know why it's a pre-order since the console is out. I guess I don't believe it, but sure. So I got a pre-order for it for like I think not this next week, but the week after. So assuming I don't get a fucking cancellation email in the next 10 days, I should be fine. But we'll see. I don't know. I've had real shit luck with everything. I'm not a gambler. Because I've never made it big. I've never won like the jackpot or anything. So like I just have terrible fucking luck when it comes to gambling with anything. Every time I've bought a goddamn like Comic-Con thing to like resell, the thing I buy is like one of the 3 things out of the hundreds and hundreds of things that they sell at Comic-Con that doesn't go up in goddamn price, which is why I have a giant stupid ass fucking Link figure with like 2 points of goddamn articulation that just sits in my goddamn closet, and I paid entirely way too much money for it.
Comic-Con?
Yeah, that's a fucking Comic-Con exclusive.
That's how you got that from a Toys R Us.
No, motherfucker, it's the Comic-Con exclusive. It has like an alternate paint job.
I thought we got fucking Toys R Us.
Yeah, you know what didn't fucking help is that 2 days after Comic-Con, they fucking said that, hey, that Comic-Con specific paint job, yeah, it's going to be going to Walmart as an exclusive. I was like, that's not really fucking exclusive when you're selling it to the #1 retailer in the fucking country. Now is it? You goddamn motherfuckers. And then they cut the value of that thing I bought to like less than half of it, which was just above like retail of the not special one. Anyways. Yeah, those back buttons were pretty cool.
Oh, jeez.
That all you got?
Yeah.
just the PS4. Almost 30 years of console experience, and the coolest and most innovative invention is more
PS4.
More buttons.
Alright, listen, that's what I fucking have at the moment.
It's okay.
Listen, do you fucking... Alright, do you want me to fucking say that my favorite fucking thing was the stupid standing the stupid upright standing pad for the fucking PS2 Slim? That I think it's hilarious that they had to sell separately. Because they were like, who the fuck is going to stand up the fucking PS2 Slim? And they're like, nobody's going to fucking do that. And then they did. And then they fucking sold it separately. And I have one.
That's fine. Like, did the OG PS2 come with the stand?
There's...
No, the OG PS2 was a beefy boy. Didn't fucking need, like, help.
It did have a stand. It had the blue pyramid triangle thing.
I probably threw mine out the day I fucking got mine because I was 10.
There is a fucking cool ass PS2 vertical stand accessory that also doubles as a multi-tap and memory card storage holder and game shelf for like 3 PS2 games, so not a whole lot, but it looks pretty fucking cool actually.
Is that like an official one?
Probably not officially from Sony, but like I'm sure some company made it.
Okay.
I'll post it and check this shit out.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I just think it's hilarious that they had to fucking sell one for the Slim.
Yeah.
Because it's so fucking... Who fucking stands it up? Second of all, it's so fucking, like, slim, as the name would imply.
Yeah.
That you can't stand it up. I mean, you can. You just have to hope that nobody breathes hard.
Yeah.
Stack.
Yeah, it looks super fucking cool.
Stack it with your DVDs. There you go.
Yeah.
Like put 2 books between it.
Oh, damn.
Right there.
Damn, that is a fucking multi-tap. Oh.
Yeah, the shit. That fucking... Where the fuck was this in my local EB boutique or electronics boutique GameStop? Shit. Fuck, that thing looks cool as hell.
You know what's also a bummer is that so because the Slim and the PS2 Fat, Slim and the Thick Boy,
Fat Boy Slim.
Yeah, the Thick Station were because obvious like size differences. The multi-tap for them is not compatible with each other. So like,
really,
you have to have a different multi-tap for the Slim than you do for the Thick Station. So like, crazy. Yeah, and apparently the multi-tap for the Slim is a lot harder to find. And I say probably. Apparently because I haven't been able to find one.
Do you have the Slim in your room, right?
Yeah, I have the Slim in my room. And I bought that stand and I was like, haha, this is dumb. I want to buy the stand. And I did. But now I kind of want to use it. So I've been like thinking about where I want to put the Slim. But also I just like rechanneled all of the wires and shit. So like I kind of don't want to move it again. But I don't know. It's also real weird that like you can stand it because like it has that opening door and it feels like that door shouldn't open sideways. But whatever.
Yeah. All right, Makun. I think he died.
No, I think he said skip him on this one.
He did.
Okay. Okay.
Well, he said his shit keeps dying too, so.
Yeah.
This might be a Makunless episode.
This might be. You'll probably hear Marcus come back and forth, and I guess. All right, Kai.
So I don't have like a lot of like accessories, especially not for consoles that I've used or seen. So a lot of the stuff that I'm going to point out are just controllers, which are a type of accessory, I feel.
Yeah.
As far as ones that I've actually used or took part in, probably my favorite controller is just this wireless Logitech one. It looks fine, but like my friend had one of these, and aside from the D-pad being really bad,
so 30 years of video game technological evolution, and you pick no wire?
I have more than one example, sir. Also, I provided that sick-ass, dope PS2 vertical stand multi-tap memory card game holder, so I feel like I'm already at an advantage over you.
But did you have that?
No. But I still think it's cool to point out accessories even if we didn't use them. Because there are some really cool ones, which I'll get into now. But that Logitech PS2 controller felt really nice. The D-pad was shit for fighting games, but at that point in time, I mostly played JRPGs, so that shit didn't matter. Felt real good. Felt really silky and smooth.
Silky and smooth, that SS style.
Speaking of... Go ahead.
There was a... Sorry. So there was like a wireless PS2 controller that is like the closest I think we have to like an official Sony one, and it was called like the Katana. Sony Katana PS2 controller.
Oh boy, if you search that, you're gonna find one of my other recommended cool gaming accessories, which is the Onimusha 3 fucking controller, which is just an actual like shaped like an actual katana.
1, 2, 3.
That you would use. Right. You can use it for other games
roughly
too.
At 32.56.
But it's fucking weird and crazy.
Oh yeah, so your katana is much cooler than my katana.
It's freaking only consoles.
Oh yeah, that
only
weird
consoles.
bulky looking thing. Oh, that looks so gross. Ew, and that's official too. Gross, Sony. Come on, you can do better than that. That thing looks it's so blocky and clunky. Ew.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, that does not look comfortable to hold at all. Ooh.
The local, not local, I guess, because I have to go to the next town over.
They fucked up the D-pad too. God.
Yeah, the semi-local used game store that I frequent. I had one for like last time I was there, but it was like the silver one, so I didn't pick it up. But if they had the black one, I actually would have picked it up because I would like your wireless one. But also, I don't know how I feel about that D-pad.
Yeah, that D-pad looks uggo.
Kind of grody.
Looks grossy. Speaking of other PS2 accessories, if you're into dumb console accessories as well as like ambitious ports, I recommend a YouTube channel called Stop Skeletons from Fighting. Derek, the guy that previously went as the Happy Video Game Nerd, loves going over this shit. And so he has quite a few videos talking about like weird, wacky controllers. That's where most of my recommendations are coming from. One of the things that he picked up, he just had a recent episode about keyboards on consoles. And Logitech also put out this masterpiece, which is just a PS2 controller with a removable keyboard slapped in the middle of it.
I thought you were gonna bring up the GameCube ASCII controller for.
There's that one too, which is just a GameCube controller. However, instead of having a removable keyboard, it's just a whole ass fucking keyboard.
Yep.
This thing's funny though because you could remove the keyboard, but there's still a tray in the middle holding the two controllers together. So I guess if you needed something to hold your fucking Hot Pocket while you were fucking playing Final Fantasy XI or some shit, there you go. This shit probably helped out when you were playing Resident Evil Outbreak. Knuckle Bomber suggests holding cup of noodles on it. I don't know about that. That seems like a burnt dick just waiting to happen. Then there's obviously the most iconic, the fucking Resident Evil 4 chainsaw controller that came out on both the PS2 and the GameCube. This shit was crazy weird, but it was also fucking really kind of neat.
I fucking loved it. It always looked super like dirty and grody though.
Yeah.
So like I always felt it would feel like that, but I guess I don't know, it probably didn't.
It does make actual chainsaw noises depending on I can't remember how you activate it, but it does make actual chainsaw noises. You can use it on other shit too. Stop Skeletons Fightings has a video where he uses the GameCube version to play Melee on it. Not a great experience, but fuck, you can do it. It's fun. And then the last crazy ass fucking controller that I want to talk about is exclusively for a light gun game that's called, I think it's called Crimson Death. There's only one of it in the world. It exists last I heard, it existed in a museum. It's fucking huge. It is a full ass fucking bug tripod gun thing. Like I am sorry if you're listening to this on Spotify. I have no fucking idea how to put this fucking gargantuan monstrosity into words. But it is as big as a person. And at the museum, they're using it to play on a fucking tiny ass CRT TV. But this shit is fucking absurd as all hell. Thankfully, if you're listening to this on YouTube, I will be throwing up images of these. So there you go. But yeah, this thing's fucking crazy. Fucking if we ever go to Japan, I want to see if this museum is still open or available, so I can fucking look at this dumb fucking cool ass bug Gatling gun with tripod stand. Anyway, that's all I had to say about fucking cool ass. That's all I had to say about this fucking cool ass gun. Or cool ass console accessories, sorry.
Alright, I guess that's me for me then, huh?
Yeah, it's time for you.
Okay, well, I guess my one of my favorite console accessories is actually the Gameboy Player for GameCube.
Oh, the little fucking flip out screen and shit? Or is that the GBA?
The GBA
okay.
player that you just like plug to the bottom of the GameCube and stuff like that. Because when I had my GameCube first, I was working at McDonald's at that time, and I didn't have at the moment I didn't have a memory card, so instead of like me being a smart kid and buying a memory card in the game, I actually bought the Game Boy Player from my cousin, who was just I think it was being a dick, because he just took it from my younger cousin. Not 100% sure, but I remember buying one from my cousin, and that made me enjoy the GameCube a lot, because I had a whole slew of Game Boy Advance games, but I didn't have any GameCube. The only GameCube game I had was Resident Evil for GameCube, and playing Resident Evil with no memory card. Well,
hold on a second.
What's up?
You mean to tell me that you've played Resident Evil 4 before, and you're
Resident Evil 1.
Okay, continue.
Resident Evil 1, yes, yeah, but I didn't have a memory card, but because I didn't spend money on buying a memory card, I just bought the GameCube or the Game Boy Player for GameCube instead, because I had more Game Boy games obviously than I did with the GameCube. So that's what a lot of my time took on the GameCube, was just playing a bunch of my Game Boy Advance games, as well as my Game Boy Color games. I don't have that ones per se, but I have a Game Boy Player and a GameCube in this household. I guess another I broke my pencil. I guess another accessory that I want to bring up, because I don't know if any console had that back in the day, but it was the Rumble Pack, like the old 64 Rumble Pack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I got that shit with Star Fox 64 when I got it. And like you guys could quote me if like tell me if I'm wrong and stuff like that, but I feel like it was the first Rumble accessory for a
I thought
for a console.
For a console,
yeah, for a console,
probably.
Like
there was
because I know there was
probably something before it, but it probably wasn't like that good. I think the Rumble Pack was like the first time it was like done successfully, and then it kind of became
which caused the
industry standard with the DualShock 2.
Yeah. I wanted to say that I think the Game Boy had a Rumble Pack, or the Game Boy Color.
I remember Pokemon Pinball having
there's those
Rumble
pinball
Pack.
Games.
Yeah, but
I don't know if those came out before or after the 64.
The 64 came out. 64 came out before Pokemon Pinball, because I believe Star Fox 64 was one of the launch games.
No,
or if not, it was it was around the launch window because it came out like 1996. But I don't know. But I remember Pokemon hitting big back in like 1998, 1999 ish was when Pokemon was really big. But like I said, you guys could be wrong for that one. But from a crazy unnecessary like attachment for your controller to like something that's essentially a part of every fucking controller nowadays. The Rumble Pack, what was that?
Star Fox 64 came out like almost a year after the 64.
Okay. But yeah, those are really the only two, because like I can really just say also like the memory card, but we already know how fucking important memory cards were, and I played a good chunk of my games without the need of a memory card. I remember playing Kingdom Hearts 1 on Thanksgiving, and I didn't have a memory card, so I let the PS2 on. And I got stuck at the fucking at the Roxas, not Roxas, the Riku fight in Hollow Bastion. Like I think it's right before he becomes a Heartless.
Oh, so it's the one fight that every child had a difficult time with.
Yeah, but like without a memory card, it kind of fucked. But yeah, like I don't really have a whole lot of console accessories compared to handheld ones, but since we're not doing handheld, then yeah, it's just those two: GameCube, Game Boy adapter, and the Rumble Pack, and memory cards if you had the money and were rich. I mean, because it seemed like all my rich friends had memory cards.
Well, you chose it on a thing, anyways. You had the money for one.
What's up?
You just chose to pick something else.
Yeah, I chose the what I thought at the time was the smarter option.
I mean, it was, if you still have it, because that shit's expensive now.
Yeah.
But also, you can't say you didn't have it because I didn't have the money, because you did have the money. You just didn't spend it on that.
I know. I know.
No, I feel like
I think it was this. I feel like it was the smarter choice because I had more Game Boy games than I did GameCube.
Yeah. I will say that the rich kid is the one who had like 12 memory cards, and they kept getting new ones because they would stick it in a fucking case, and they would never remember what case it was in. So then they'd be like, "Hey, can I get another memory card?" And they would. Fuck those kids.
I stole one of the Dreamcast memory cards from one.
Oh yeah, like I have like my green PS1 memory card. I probably stole it from somebody. My parents didn't buy that shit for me. Like, I don't know where that came from.
This is not an experience that I've ever had. Like, I've known kids that were super rich and had shit tons of games, but never the kid that had like 12 fucking memory cards. Everyone I knew had like one memory card, and it was always stuck in the console.
You never stole memory cards?
No. I know Knuckle Bomber brought up the PS1 Go with the little screen, but honestly, that shit isn't as cool, because if you wore trip pants, you could just fit a whole ass PS2 in your pants. So fuck the PS1 on the go. I got the PS2 on the go. Don't need to buy any accessories. Just needed a good pair of comfy pants.
Well, I mean, if you want to go by that logic, as long as you got a pair of Jankos, the PS5 is a portable console.
Yeah.
Are you fucking shitting me?
Can't fit a TV in your Chico jeans. I don't know, man.
I'm looking at my PS5 right now. You can't fit that. Maybe you can.
Wow,
actually.
way to flex.
They have handheld TVs.
You don't need a big fucking TV. You just use your fucking phone.
Well, like back then, you wouldn't have had that option.
Oh, I'm talking about a PS5.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like how we have the USB-C to HDMI now, right? I don't know if that'll work, but hey, I've seen weird shit happen on YouTube. Like, who was it? Like, I don't know who showed me the video, but there was a guy that like compressed like playing a PS4 on a.
Oh, that was me on a Game Boy Advance SP. Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
I was like, what the fuck? All right. Well, I think that's it for topic.
Oh, there was a news story that came out. Speaking about that,
what's up?
Tangentially related. So you know how like Game Boy, like the Game Boy Advance and PSP kind of played around with having like media that you could play either through UMD discs or the fucking weird ass Game Boy SP games that you could slot in, and they would be like a few episodes of Pokemon or whatever.
Watch your compressed episodes of Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Oh, are you gonna bring up the Tenet thing?
Yeah, somebody fucking went out and fucking converted Tenet into a bunch of fucking Game Boy Advance cartridges so they could watch it the way it was meant to be fucking watched.
So like, are you just slapping fucking Game Boy Advance cartridges in to get to like chunks of the
I think they said it was like five.
It's 5 half-hour chunks.
Yeah.
5 half-hour chunks.
No
Jesus
credits.
Christ. Like, I if they do that, I feel like there has to be points in Tenet where it's able to like leave like a cliffhanger. So like,
he does.
So you seem like an episode.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, good for you, man. How does that play? How does that play on the fucking?
Oh, like ass.
Compressed as fuck.
Super compressed, yeah. Because he's pushing the Game Boy cartridge memory to like its fucking max, like that. So it's
overclocking Game Boy cartridges to watch Tenet the way it was meant to be watched. Welcome to the future. Fuck flying cars. We can watch our movies on Game Boy Advances. The future is backwards compatible, baby.
Watch movies advance. God, Tenet is the Final Fantasy for the GBA. Please, somebody convert. Like, I would like that, but if somebody like converted it to like some kind of like what's it called? Dragon's Lair thing. But like choose like your way or whatever stuff, to make sure the movie keeps on going. I think they did that with one of the Lupin movies or whatever.
Maybe. I know there was like a bunch of games of that type that got released in Japan and Japan only.
Yeah.
Fucking Laserdisc, holy shit. Anyway, I think that's it. I think that's all we have to say about weird ass fucking game accessories, console accessories.
Yeah. We don't really get a whole, compared to back then, we don't really get a whole lot of them now, but it's nice to reflect on where we came from and how those accessories changed, how those accessories became more of a became more of a thing along with all the consoles that we have now, like light up screens and all that shit. All right. And wireless. Thank God for wireless controllers.
Yeah, except when you don't recharge them, and then you leave your gameplay partners to die because they had to switch out controllers.
I feel called out.
You are.
I feel attacked. I need my.
What the fuck is the point of a low battery warning if you're like, no, I'm gonna ride this bitch till it dies?
Because it's ride or die, homie.
No, that's not ride or die, Jeff. That's ride to die.
The more we progress, the more we go back.
You. It's just you.
All right, let's get with the news, guys.
Okay.
All right, Kyle, you want to start us off with the first article?
Yeah, so Guilty Gear Strive has been hit with a 2-month delay.
That hurts, but I feel like it's understandable.
Okay. We've been hit with a 2-month delay. Looks like they received some valuable feedback about the open beta test, and they want to make sure that it's as best as it can be. It looks like they're specifically spending time to polish. They specifically pointed out online lobbies and the server stability. I know that ArcSys has gotten a lot of complaints about the way that their online lobbies work because they're so esoteric and obtuse when compared to the rest of the community standards. But good on them. Good on them taking that feedback and pushing it out instead of shitting out an unfinished product. Especially since they've gotten so much good news with fucking rollback netcode.
Like I feel like the online lobby is something that they were trying to go for, but because of the amount of backlash, like the online lobby is weird in Strive from the beta, and well, it's understandable for server stability because of the first few times it was good, like before it became open for everybody. And that's probably why they want to obviously, work on that. But I feel like this more seems like to rework the online lobby than anything else,
Yeah.
Which, thank goodness, because that lobby was hot garbage. It looks cute, but fuck is it an unusable piece of garbage.
Yeah, so...
It definitely feels a lot more like style over function.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I also hate their lobby for Guilty Gear Xrd Rev 2 HD Final Revolution Stream Mix. What the fuck they call it?
Accent Core R.
Yeah, I also did not like their fucking lobby for Dragon Ball Fighters. So I hope they just give me something fucking useful. Like, I don't know. Whatever.
Look, I know we all shit on PlayStation All-Stars for having the most blandest fucking menu-based shit ever, but it fucking worked. And, God, loading into, Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, and it just being this weird fucking lobby system with menus being buried to, R2 button. No, just give me a fucking menu, please.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been a while since I've been on actual lives and stuff like that. But do most fighting games now have at least a spectator mode?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Then just you don't need to go above and beyond for your online lobby. Just a simple menu and stuff, and that's it. That's all you need to do. All right. On to some positive news in regards to Guilty Gear?
Yeah. Potentially. It's a game changer, at least as far as training menu options go. So, they're 20, probably actually 30-year-old, maybe even older, 30-ish something, ancient archaic game. Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear XX Accent Core plus R. Released the new feature in their training mode, which while doing a playback or a recording of something in training mode, you can actually pause during that replay and take control of one of the characters in that set, which can help if you're trying to learn a specific setup or punish or whatnot. So that's really cool. I don't know exactly how it works because I don't have Guilty Gear Double X Accent Core Plus R to test it out and give real feedback. But
I believe right now it's pretty cheap on Steam.
Guilty Gore for short.
Yeah, Guilty Gore. But like I like that. I like the idea of not only game developers going back to their old games, re-releasing them, and then adding these new kinds of features, but really going back into their training modes to update them and whatnot, because I feel like that's something that really gets neglected, and like all of these DLC updates for season passes and whatnot, is that training mode just kind of doesn't get touched. Mortal Kombat 11, probably one of the most egregious examples of this. There's some shit in their training mode that now just does not work anymore because of changes to the game, and they did not change they didn't touch training mode to adjust for any of it at all. So some of those like examples they give, you can't actually do anymore. So that's cool. Thanks, NetherRealms. Fucking glad my favorite Mortal Kombat character, John Rambo's in there, though.
I thought it was Cole Young.
No, not yet. He's not out yet. We'll see. But he's not out yet.
Yeah, this seems pretty interesting. Like, I've obviously am what you know as I am what is known as chum, to just like fed to the sharks in any sort of tournament. But this is actually quite interesting, like, because I feel like this is good ways to show, like, obviously people who play their characters and stuff like that, see like if there's any sort of like way for it's like, say that you main Kai and stuff like that, and you want to know like what kind of moments your opponent will get you when you play as Kai and whatnot, or like, actually I don't know what I'm talking about, to tell you the truth. Like, this is all really new to me more than anything else, like, if this helps out with fighters and whatnot, then that'd be great. But for me, I'll check it out and stuff. I'm curious. I want to. This is the closest chance for me fighting me.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's also a plus. Like Guilty Gear, like this Guilty Gore, I guess that's what we're calling it. It's really good that it's getting a lot of good stuff added to it. Like, I know that ArcSys is planning on like going back to a bunch of their old fighting games to try to put rollback in it. So, yeah, right now, in my opinion, it seems like ArcSys is leading the charge in, like, the next couple of steps in fighting games and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Guilty Gear Strive, depending on how they end up making it, is probably going to be maybe the game changer for fighters from here on out. And that will be the bar set for new fighters and stuff.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I feel like,
oh yeah, they need to bring, I forgot, adding with the Guilty Gear Strive stuff, they need to bring back insta-kills.
I guess.
Hey, they were fun and cinematic.
Yeah. They're not necessary, though. I feel like the thing that's probably going to hold Strive back is the fact that it's not as mainstream as like Street Fighter or Tekken. I feel like the only reason Dragon Ball got big was because it was attached to the Dragon Ball license.
Yeah.
But I do hope that this like leads the charge. I definitely get the idea that this is leading the charge in Japan to implement rollback netcode, and I hope this gets the ball rolling of like innovative lab features for people to fuck around with in the lab without being super esoteric, or without me having to go to 3 different websites to look up frame data or practice bread and butter combos and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, well, it's just have to wait and see,
Yep.
I guess, what the future holds. All right, on to more news. Yay!
Yep.
Been kind of a long week, guys. A long slow burn for us. here at the Evil Squirtle conglomerate.
So the next piece of news we've got is, so there's been reports happening for several years now of a proposed Nintendo Switch Pro.
Well, sorry, quick interjection. I don't think there's been so much as reports as I think it's been a lot of wishful thinking.
Yeah,
and
rumors.
and people thinking they know how Nintendo runs a business. But the truth is, nobody, even Nintendo, knows how to run a business.
Hey. But yeah, at this point in time, it looks like the biggest rumor, which is coming out of Bloomberg, which is a real-ass fucking news website, kind of, announced potential something or other about 720p OLED screens, which would match pretty well with the Nintendo Switch. They're apparently being produced for assembly in July. So it looks like potentially Nintendo could be aiming for a 2021 release date of a supposed Pro Switch console, assuming that is a thing. Obviously, Nintendo hasn't made any announcement or comment on it. But I figured this would be a good opportunity for us to talk about, like, if a Switch Pro was a thing that happened, what would we want out of it?
A fucking a LAN adapter.
Oh, like built in.
Yeah.
How about you, Steamboat?
Honestly, I legitimately just want a home only console.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna have a real hot take with that, but
no, I don't know. I mean, I like the Switch. Don't get me wrong, and I wouldn't mind having a portable Switch and a non-portable Switch. But legitimately, I feel like I don't know, just a home option would be nice. Charge me the same and just give it like a beefier hard drive, I guess, so that it makes a memory card, an SD card, a little bit less of a requirement, but like it would still be, because you gotta cut corners somewhere.
yeah, like a home only version that isn't portable, that's always docked, but probably,
and it just comes standard with a Pro controller.
Yeah, you could probably throw in a LAN adapter and maybe like a pretty small hard drive.
I mean, like, fuck, dude. Like the whole
small SSD.
They could just use the fucking, like, the whole like dock itself. It has enough space for all that shit and stuff like that. So fucking, it doesn't even have to be. It just only needs to be a smidge bit bigger. That's it. Like,
because like
I'm agreeing with what you two are saying.
Because like the portability was a big selling factor for it, and I don't want to take that option away. But we do already have like a portable only version, as well as the standard version, which can be portable. I have never
stay-at-home version.
I have never used my Switch on the go. It has always been at home. I have never benefited from it being portable at all.
I used to benefit from it, especially in that first year when like that was the fucking hype. I'd take it with me to like work, and we'd play at lunch and shit like that. So like, I remember one time we went out to lunch, and like a bunch of idiots, we just, all four of us, played on the tiny ass screen, and we were just like, "This is the future." But
I think, I'm probably the one that benefited. Sorry,
no, that was it.
Oh, okay. I'm probably the one that benefited the most from the handheld, just because not right now, but I travel a lot, and I get bored, and you can't really draw on a fucking airplane, especially with turbulence. So I've obviously managed with handheld mode, like going back and forth from Atlanta to like other places.
As long as a pretty girl didn't sit next to you. You left me hanging on that Monster Hunter. Son of a bitch. When we flew back from Atlanta, we were going to play Monster Hunter on our 3DSs together. But then a cute girl sat next to Jeff, and suddenly he didn't want to play Monster Hunter anymore. He just wanted to awkwardly sit next to her. And guess who came in clutch? This guy with fucking Monopoly on an Android tablet. And then we all played Monopoly on an Android tablet.
Nice. Don't know why you guys opted for Monopoly. You could have invited her to Smash.
No, it was on 3DS. But yeah. Well, I mean, it's the only fucking multiplayer game I had on my fucking tablet for some reason. Shut up.
Alrighty. Any other wants, wishes, desires, fixes for?
I turned red.
It's shit. You know what? I don't know. I think
I just wanted to run a little faster, and have a LAN adapter, and maybe a way to fucking pass my fucking memory between the Home Pro and my fucking wireless one, so I can take it on the go with me. That's all.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'd be pretty happy with the. I don't know. It just kind of coming standard with a fucking Pro controller instead of any it's a pair of Joy-Cons. Because I don't think I've used my Joy-Cons I use it when I have to browse the eShop, and I don't want to do it on my TV, which is like a very niche scenario for some reason.
Yeah.
But
I'd use the Joy-Cons more if they fucking would stop drifting.
See, I don't have a problem with the drift. I just have a problem with them sucking.
I just don't. I'm more comfortable using the Pro controller.
Yeah, because we got big man hands. Okay. Even then, I've heard from children, the 2 children I talked to.
You talk to children?
Yeah.
Although, what the fuck?
One of them does my accounting. That I don't know. Even they don't find the Joy-Cons that comfortable. But I don't know. That's my sample size of 2. So yeah.
Neat.
So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I just want that. I want that. Yeah.
I want that. Because you want that. Because you want that.
I mean, I just kind of want like a beefier Switch. Like it doesn't need to be like even PS4 levels. I don't think it needs to be a 4K thing because that's just not Nintendo's thing.
Yeah, I just like I said, I just want to run faster.
Same.
And have a LAN adapter.
I would just like it. I mean, we don't know yet because we haven't played Monster Hunter Rise yet. Preemptively, yeah. I would like to say, I would really like that game to not fucking drop down to the resolution of a potato every time I do Rampage mode. Because it will. I know it will.
Yep, that's actually the really concerning part because we're seeing gameplay of Rampage mode. And obviously, you know, we all live in the same household, so hopefully bad drops won't happen, you know?
I mean, they will, because it's not a point about it's not about the internet connection, it's about the game handling the amount of assets and rendering.
And particle effects.
There's particle effects a big thing.
Yes.
Switch? Huh.
It's a big thing for everything.
Yeah, you know how every time you hit something and little sparks come out? Those are particles, and they're an effect.
I know, but I never considered the Switch to be a big particle effect thing.
Well, that's because people avoid them, because the Switch can't really handle a whole lot of that. Because particle effects, believe it or not, are actually one of the things that tend to kill frame rate more often than anything else.
Okay. All right. On to the next topic.
All right. Final Fantasy XIV has banned over 5,000 players for
illicit activities.
Yeah, they're engaged in real money trading and other illicit activities. How much
Quotations.
How much of that 5,000 was real money trading? How much of it was illicit activities? We don't know. But yeah, that's a pretty small number. I was honestly expecting, because like they usually do these purges in month-long increments. So like 5,000 players is pretty small. I'm kind of expecting a little bit bigger, especially given like how every time I fucking hit up Limsa Lominsa, and it's just fucking advertising all day, every day for
all the bots with Gil.
Yeah. So the reason I want to talk about this, I kind of think that it's super dumb that Square doesn't just let me buy Gil from them directly.
Well, isn't that what happened with Diablo 3's economy thing?
No, because people that bitch about the real money auction house in Diablo 3 were just bitching that people could buy shit instead of having to spend 70 hours grinding for a random number increase. Like, people bitch about the real money auction house, but like the multiplayer aspect for Diablo 3 was never like I hear people bitch about the real money auction house in Diablo 3, but I never hear any like substantive argument other than real money auction house bad. Furthermore, Diablo 3 is a very different beast than an actual MMO. Especially considering in Final Fantasy XIV, all of the important good shit is either held on a timer, like for crafting and gathering all of the really important necessary stuff, or just in nodes that are only active for a 12-minute increment, and like that fluctuates in various locations in the actual world map, or they require you to run raids over and over for very specific items that you can't buy with Gil anyway. Most of what Gil is used for is for buying gear as you're leveling up to end game content.
Mostly actually just for
glamour shit, or buying a house. But even buying a house is limited because there's only so many limited spaces that you can buy for housing. I think with apartments it's unlimited, right?
Which housing is it unlimited? Okay, because I don't know. To me, it just seems like such a dumb idea to make housing limited. Like it's not real space.
Yeah, like with an apartment that you can rent out, I think it's just like one room, and then with housing, it's like an actual fucking house with multiple rooms that theoretically could not have to take space, but the way they've decided to do it is that they're actual like limited spaces. But anyway, so having the option to spend real money to get Gil, honestly don't think that it would really fuck with the economy that much. So it's just real frustrating when like I'm leveling up a class and the biggest like detractor to me is that I can't afford to buy the equipment that I need to get the numbers that I need to do the thing that I want to do. Especially since the only real way to gather Gil, or like to make Gil, is to do gathering and crafting stuff, and that's like a huge investment of time already. So to have it be a huge investment of time and Gil to get them to level up to get to the point where I can start making money off of it's real exhausting. I don't like it. Like this is the grindiest thing that I have felt in Final Fantasy XIV, in comparison to all of the other MMOs that I've tried.
Well, like it's for me, it's like, because it's not really that difficult to get especially if you're like have to go through dungeons and whatnot to get any certain items you need and whatnot. Like the weapons and items that you get could last you till like, you know, a good 5 or 6 more levels after that. Especially with like dungeon equipment gear, because some of the dungeon gear is much better than like the basic gear that you're going for and whatnot.
Assuming that whatever dungeons you're running actually drop the gear that you need.
Yeah.
Considering they only drop like 3 or 4 pieces of gear, and that's across every single class, so. And
like it's just like it's always been a big thing about the economy in Final Fantasy 14 with when they introduced the server moving, and now with I think if I remember right, the world server stuff that they're going to be doing once Endwalker comes out. It was one of the concerns in regards to the economy as well. What you're doing though, like with crafting, like while it is grinding some of that, it is worth it in the end. Like because a lot of people are still rolling in the dough once they get a bunch of their crafter stuff up. And me, I'm a pretty basic crafter. Like I have a weaver, blacksmith, and I think I have my armorer at 80. And because I was going for all the crafting jobs that give off glamours, because that's the biggest
moneymaker.
That's the biggest moneymaker, is the glamours for clothes and weapons and stuff. It's a little bit of a bitch, not gonna lie, but
yeah, shit fucking sucks.
All in all, like if you know what people want, and you know what's good, then you know, getting Gil in Final Fantasy is not really that complicated. Though buying it is, I say it's a no go. Like it's just play the game and sell what you don't want and whatnot.
It especially
like,
sucks that you can only have 20 items to sell up on the marketplace at a time, which is
but
dumb and arbitrary.
You have retainer. You have 2 retainers though, right?
I have 1 retainer.
You get a second one for free.
Yeah, I know, but having an arbitrary number restriction on how many items I can sell in the auction house is still dumb.
And you can also sell materia. Also does sell. So if you ever run into materia, just start selling it because they sell like hotcakes. Because you don't materia meld, right?
Yeah, I know materia meld.
No, do you though?
Oh, do I do it? No, because
yeah.
I got stuck at that quest where it's like, all right, now convert this spirit-bound equipment into materia, and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't have any of that left around. So
the spirit-bound stuff. Just like I believe you just well, I don't remember how to do it.
I know how to do it. I just don't have any equipment that's spirit-bound. Like by the time I went to go do that quest, I was already like a level 70 samurai. So like I didn't have any spirit-bound equipment to turn into materia at the point.
Not even in your retainer stuff?
No. Most of the equipment that I got, I just sold it off immediately once I got new shit because I needed the guild.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like while you did need the guild to level up like classes, so that most classes like are under like criteria with armor and stuff like that. Like the weapon, yeah, it's gonna be a bitch to use until like you know, you level up more with that. But like for armor and stuff like that, you know, Disciple of Land, Disciple of War, Disciple of Magic, as long as it fits that criteria, you're pretty much golden until like you're in your 40s or 50s. And then the rest is just like, you know, just once you get to level 50, you just get the ironwork stuff, and then you could roll that along to 60, then go to Alshire, get that stuff, roll around to 70, then get the shit from Rogger's Reach, roll that to Yulmore, and there you go. You're back at your 10 game.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. All right. Anything else we want to talk about in regards to this?
Nope.
All right.
Last piece of news.
So, I'll go ahead and lead the charge for this one if you guys don't mind.
Go ahead.
All right, so out of the shadows, really, we are getting a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, by the makers of the people who did Streets of Rage 4 and who are making Windjammers 2. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge seems like it's really much based on the first cartoon, with the first cartoon's designs for all the characters. Seems like it's gonna be pretty much a classic beat 'em up compared to like Turtles in Time and all those ones prior. Really fucking dig the sprites for this one. Not gonna lie. Like, whilst not whilst other than the colors for other than the colors and the weapons for the Ninja Turtles, they pretty much look like just them running. You already see like their characteristics of that, like because you have fucking all them running badass while fucking Michelangelo's running like a fucking the goofball he is and stuff like that. Even to the freaking just throwing the enemies in screen and stuff. Like, this seems like it's gonna be pretty up there with the old school Ninja Turtles classics, because I think the last console 2D beat 'em up, mind you, that came out was the Ubisoft remake of Turtles in Time, which was not well received, if I remember right. I have it on my 360, but a lot of people weren't a fan of it.
Yeah, I heard bad stuff about it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because it was pretty okay all in all, but like, I'm only one person. I'm not the masses. Kyle, Taco, do you guys have anything to say about this?
Nothing you want to hear.
I'll go for it.
I'm just fucking tired of like the fucking 80s Ninja Turtles designs being used for fucking everything. Like, that show wasn't that great. And I get that it's nostalgia and the show was funny at times, but there's been like better versions of the fucking turtle sense, and I kind of hate those turtles because the people that grew up with it are now the people making games. Are like that's the thing they hinge on. I mean, the game itself mechanically looks cool, but fuck, I am tired of the fucking 80s Turtles designs.
I do agree with you. My favorite Turtles design was the 2012 Turtles. The CG show. I think that was probably my favorite implementation of the Turtles. Like, I do love the 80s Turtles, but I do agree with you that it's being used too much and stuff. But it is what it is in regards to getting people with nostalgia, because honestly, I fell for this because, I like the 80s Turtles design and stuff like that. But I will admit that the 80s cartoon is like probably the least... the one that strays the farthest from the comics.
I mean, it's not even that. I just think the humor and style and like, I don't know, the lack of competency from everybody in it is fucking frustrating. And I get it; it's a kids show, right? Like, if I want
correction, it's a kids show that sells to sell toys.
I mean, that's a kids show.
It's a commercial.
All right. Usually I'm the pedantic one. Yeah, it's a kids commercial. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Yeah, so it's like, I don't know, like if I want like better content, there's more of it. But like, that's also like what's frustrating is that the big commercial from the 80s is the one that like gets all the fucking like love, I guess. And it's just so fucking frustrating because in my opinion, it's the least good Turtles TV.
Pardon.
So, like, I don't know. The game looks neat, I guess. I don't know. I was never a fan of the Turtles side-scroller arcade game. It was always... I know everybody loves it because it was so fucking hard, but it wasn't hard. It was fucking cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, like most of
That's all
those
arcade
games.
though, right?
I don't know. I just remember playing it and there just being too much bullshit playing as Donatello, because like you have the range, but like oh no, you're like a pixel. I don't know, because you could still overlap on the fucking sprites and you wouldn't hit them. Like I don't know, it's fucking bullshit. Anyways, this is just me complaining about turtles. Oh, the game looks the game looks good. I mean, it looks like already the best. It looks like it's inspired by the best beat 'em up, which is Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, that's the thing that I'm excited most about. This is it's being made by the same team that did Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and that was a really good beat 'em up.
Yeah, and Streets of Rage 4.
Yep. So looks like we're getting the best of both worlds thrown in there.
Yeah, so
that's my biggest hype thing. Maybe Raphael will finally be good.
Yeah. So despite my I guess anger and annoyance at the '80s Turtles, I think mechanically this game is set to be a real solid beat 'em up brawler. It'll be fun.
Yeah, there hasn't been, in my opinion anyways, there hasn't been a really bad arcade Ninja Turtles beat 'em up. Except for the Ubisoft one, correction.
Oh, did you not play the actual arcade one based on the 2012 Turtles?
No, I have not.
Well, don't. It's hot garbage.
Oh, that's depressing. That's depressing.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. But we just got to see what happens. Like, was there an announcement of when this? I don't think there was an announcement when this game was going to be released.
No, of when?
So either.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Did they at least give the year? Did they say it was going to be this year?
I don't see anything. Just shows the title at the end.
Huh.
And yeah, like I know they're still working on Windjammers 2 right now. And well, if for those of you guys who are 80s Turtle fans, like kind of like myself, this game's gonna be good for us. If for those who are new, Ninja Turtles, most Ninja Turtles games were really good beat 'em ups. Most of them were good beat 'em ups. Yeah. 2020, what happened? You were supposed to be Neon Knight Riders, but you ended up fucking me. Depressing. All right. Anybody else got anything any last words on this?
No.
No. It looks like it'll be fun.
Yeah.
It's got the team behind it has a pretty good pedigree, so should be good.
Yeah. It shouldn't be hard to ruin it. It shouldn't be easy. Or what am I trying to say? It shouldn't be difficult. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
All right. I think that does it for the news then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Cool. So, as always, what you guys are looking up forward to for next week and stuff?
I don't know. Probably playing some more Strikers. I'm gonna be building. I'm gonna be building an Evangelion themed GameCube controller for Smash.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just waiting for all the parts to arrive. I've already ordered them. I'm gonna switch out the. So good thing I have two controllers because I'm gonna be swapping out the one I have downstairs, which is the one I care a little less about. But it's gonna be an atomic purple shell with kind of that same transparent plastic, green for the buttons, kind of like a neonish green, and then like neon orange for like some of the highlights. So like the start button, probably the B button and the Z button. So yeah, so hopefully all those parts arrive here pretty soon, and I can just do that. That'll be a fun, quick little project. And hopefully I don't fuck up my GameCube controller. Oh yeah, I guess I also need to see if we have tri-wing screws in the house, or if I need to buy some.
Tri-wing?
Yeah. Tri-tip or whatever. I have to see if we have some, or if I need to fucking buy some. Other than that, shit. I guess I'm just waiting for that Falcon and Winter Soldier to hit. I don't really have much else. Continuing my ever slowly going journey to watch all the Final Fantasy XIV cutscenes.
All right, Kai, what about you?
Getting Botanist and Fisher to level 80. Maybe, hopefully, by the end of next week or by the next podcast, I might have all of the crafters to level 80, and then I'll never fucking have to worry about Gil ever fucking again. Getting that done. Finishing Queen's Gambit. Getting that episode done. I think by next week, all of Season 8 of Rawubby will be out, so I'll watch that. So you guys will get to hear me tear that fucking show down.
Of what? Sorry?
Rawubby. Ruby.
Oh.
That's about it.
That show has cool fight scenes.
You know, people say that, but like, it's been a while since it's had a really good fight scene.
Oh, I'm guessing it's been a while since the person who used to do the really good fight scenes passed away.
So they also had another guy that was on there who could rival Monty Omen fight scenes, Shane Newville. He's done some also really good fucking fight scenes previously, and he worked on the show. It's just nobody fucking talked about him. But he left the show a while ago as well. So,
does it line up when they stopped having really good fight scenes?
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. I wanted to like that show. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say. Monty Ohm could choreograph a fucking fight scene. I don't know how well he could write
not very
a
good
show. Yeah. But boy, it was this fucking.
If you like Ruby, watch Soul Eater.
Okay, but like it doesn't compare. Okay, it's not that Soul Eater isn't good. It's just the fucking kinetic editing and kind of seamless action of like a 3D show in Monty Ohm's hands. I don't know, and maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. I feel like there's not a whole lot of comparison to that, even within anime, and that's because anime, as cool as the fight scenes are or can be, 8 times out of 10 they're pretty static, even though they're hype. And just because of the way 3D animation works, I just feel like Monty Ohm's stuff could be anything except static.
To summarize the main issue of Ruby is that all of the creators watched a bunch of really hype anime, and they copied a lot of what that anime does, but they don't understand why the anime chose to do that. So instead, you just get a lot of anime tropes that are there because that's what the good anime did, without understanding why the animes went with that direction or why they chose to do it that way. Yeah, that's because it's a lot of just copying things that other anime does, but not doing it very well.
For the 1 or 2 people listening to this or watching this, first of all, hi. Second of all, if you guys like Ruby, then more power to you. All right. Good for you.
Yeah.
It's not my cup of tea, but
I'm not saying you can't like it or enjoy it. I just feel like if you're in it for the fight scenes, there's a stopping point. If you're in it for the story, that's fine. But you just watch Full Metal Alchemist, and if you have seen it already, just watch it again. It's still better than.
If you watch Full Metal Alchemist, then watch Brotherhood.
Yeah. I just feel like on its 10th rewatch, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is still better than Ruby on your first watch of that. I mean, I don't know.
Everybody needs a Game Boy.
I'm just saying, if there's like an aspect of Ruby that you like, there's something else that has done it way better. And if you like the whole Blake Belladonna furry racism thing going on, just watch Zootopia. Just watch Beastars.
Just watch Beastars.
Blake Belladonna is my favorite character in that, but also everything else has done her arc better.
My favorite character is the one that doesn't talk, because the writers can't ruin her yet.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I don't like anybody from Ruby.
All right, well, I think that's everything.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
My week, it's going to be...
oh, yeah.
Sorry, no worries. You guys are good. I'm going to try to finish the Mega Man Battle Arc retrospective by this week. I got till the 21st, which will officially be the anniversary date for the first Mega Man Battle Arc release in Japan. So I'm going to try to finish it and get that all set up by Sunday. All right, so I got a week to do that. Right now I'm just writing for Battle Network 5, and then it'll be just recording, and then just trimming some fat. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. And, obviously the channel's going to have the solo acts for Final Fantasy VII and Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4. There's some things that I said in that. So, Kyle, I headcanoned Leon to be a man from Montana.
Oh. All right. I don't think anyone from Montana could be as metrosexual as Leon Kennedy, but okay.
Hey, he moved to the big city.
Yeah, that's why he had to leave.
All right, but
I don't trust a boy that fucks a train. Get out of here, Leon, you metrosexual.
That's it for another chit chat, everybody.
Were you in a podcast with 2.5 people? You were about to call it a solo act?
Yeah. That's it for another chit chat, everybody. I'm YoursTrulyHeroe. Who are you guys?
This your boy Steamboat Taco. Also, on his behalf, you heard 3 minutes of Kanoko Bomber before he promptly passed away.
Knuckle Bomber was here. I swear, guys.
He's now dead. Join the Chits and Chats, boys, as we enter our next arc, the Knuckle Bomber revival arc.
Knuckle Bomber revival arc. Rest in peace, Knuckle Bomber.
Who are you, other boy?
It's your guy IseKyle signing out to another world.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Knuckle Bomber revival arc.